All right, we're catching up with Boris Pardo after another Soccer's training, second week of training camp, and a week to go before the regular season opener in Kansas City. And Boris, obviously, this is an accelerated training for the club coming in after the new year. But into week two, what are your thoughts on just what you're seeing out there?
I mean, extremely excited to get back on the field with these guys. I mean, the team looks solid. Guys came back, in shape and ready to go. And just a few little things of protocol with COVID, being careful and that. So we're just hoping that everybody makes the right decisions to be safe and just try and stay healthy as long as we can.
That's something as a veteran leader on the club that I'm sure weighs on your mind, maybe even more than one of the young bucks in terms of making sure that you're setting that example. Because, as you said, it just takes one guy that could theoretically derail the whole
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. So I mean, you want to look for in the long run of how to maintain, just like how teams, they want to peak at the right time. So we want to make sure that we're not, making any selfish or dumb decisions off the field. So it's very important that we're on the same page. But on the field, the guys look fantastic, and it's just, I mean, you're just figuring out little things and getting the little nuances back. But yeah, just everything. The practices have been great from from the entire roster.
There's so many exciting additions to the Soccer's roster. And one of the guys we talked about on last week's Soccer's Overtime podcast is Felipe Gonzalez, who I feel like flies under the radar a lot of times in terms of from outside. Maybe you're not thinking of, a major acquisition, but getting Felipe back, having missed a season and a half with that ACL tear. How important is he in terms of just being glue, smarts, leadership out there on the floor?
He's so intelligent, such an intelligent player. Love having him in the back in front of the goal. He directs guys. He says the right thing. He's very clear with his information. Just making those smart decisions on and off the ball. Felipe has always just been one of those players that is a huge asset to a back line. So happy to have him back, and his journey recovering from the injury. It was gut wrenching when we found out, what happened and then he came back little by little, seeing him in the gym. So he's been working hard to get back on the field. So it's just so happy for him to be back and excited.
You've got a new partner in goal in Anthony Siaja, who's a rookie to the game, but certainly is bringing all the physical skills that you could imagine. We talked to Brian last week in terms of how it's a real trial by fire. They need to get him right enough to be there just in case.
Mm.
What have you seen so far from Ant?
I mean, he's a great shot blocker. Quick reactions. He's a big boy. He covers a lot of the goal. Just now it's transitioning from outdoor to indoor. You, learning the boards, learning stances, where the shots can come through, because you're playing off the shoulders of a lot of your defenders. Anticipating deflections. So he's he's picking up on it quick. He's asking the right questions. It's just a matter of keeping your positivity and head on. Not that he isn't doing any kind of negativity, but it's more of moving on to the next goal, next shot. Because indoor, you're gonna get a few past you in practice. So outdoor, you get one on you, it's frustrating. So but the shutouts are very rare to come across. Just like with Hugo, he just got one. So it's like it doesn't happen often. So I think he's doing really well, and it's exciting to see how it'll unfold.
Well, last thing on this little mini catch up, but you just mentioned Hugo Silva. Obviously, the league is 3 weeks deep, while the Soccers are just beginning their journey. Of what little there has been to see, what have you seen? What have been your thoughts? Obviously, it looks like Florida never stopped playing.
Yeah,
They just kept rolling.
all those guys are polished. Veterans. They've been around. Even the young guys that are on the team, they've played enough games to have that experience. So I mean, it's a solid team from front to back. And if you have a goalie like Hugo too, I mean, it's going to be a very difficult game to score on. on a team like that. And plus the finishers. I mean, like they're stacked. So it's going to be a fun matchup. We're really looking forward to it. Um, you know, some of the guys know guys on the other team. They're all chatting, and it's all it's all fun. But it's going to be a great game to be a part of.
And of
I
course
can't wait.
that one's a little down the road. First, it's going to be another team that you know a whole lot about, the Kansas City Comets, coming up
Yeah.
next Friday. Boris, stay healthy. Good luck in training. Thanks for the quick catch up.
Thanks, Craig.